Good evening. It's George from Ireland speaking to you. I'm here to tell you about a most fabulous publication which came out in April. It's entitled Super Tutors, the How to Make It Guide to VIP Tutoring and Childcare. And it was written by a most celebrated and renowned author named George Callahan. You're listening to him. So that's an unbiased review, if ever you heard one. So Super Tutors, here are all the details. Super Tutors, the How to Make It Guide to VIP Tutoring and Childcare Jobs, you've heard that before. Published by Mentor & Sons. It's available on Amazon. It's a Kindle-only book, and I'll tell you the ISBN. You can see it there, 9781782807971. What was I going to say? So it's not terribly long. It's about 40,000 words, divided into roughly 12 chapters, and it says what the private tutoring sector is. We're not talking about hourly tutoring here. It's about being a full-time tutor devoted to a single family. And what goes on? Where does it happen? How much is paid? How do you get into it? Saying how you approach agencies. Many of them are based in London, but they're in other major cities around the world, such as Moscow and Hong Kong. What to expect at an initial interview, how to conduct yourself, what are they looking for in terms of your CV and your personality type. Then, if you're accepted by an agency, what to look for in advertisements, to ask to be put forward for certain jobs, if families wish to interview you, what goes on, are these on Skype, on the phone, in person, it varies, trials, what occurs when trials are going on, how long do they take, anything from 1 day to 1 month, are they paid, and about the psychological experience, about how it can be a little bit frightening, how candidates will quickly need to get the measure of the people they're dealing with, not just the pupils but the parents. Then after trials, you're made an offer, could be very quick, could be quite slow, how to negotiate, and then really how to handle a job, a list of do's and don'ts, some hypothetical scenarios, some cultural guidance, things you need to be aware of, 3 major zones where private tutoring takes place, the Middle East, the former Soviet Union, and the Far East. And then it leads on to how to leave the job on good terms, other careers you can do after this, things like that. It mentions financial advice you may be seeking when you're living abroad. Many private tutors are British, how you can do national insurance contributions, make them rather, from outside the UK, and things like that. How you can further your career, what qualifications you can do, when are you too old to do this thing, where it blurs in with being a nanny, much of it overlaps. So an awful lot of useful and practical information, written in a very lucid style with myriad real-life examples. I interviewed dozens of people to help me with this book, drawing on their experience as well as my own. So that's it, Super Tutors. Highly recommend you buy it. That's all.